The South Union Township Supervisors presents the South Union Township Sports Network today from Laurel Highlands High School. It's high school girls soccer as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs take on the South Fayette Lions. Hi, everyone. I'm Joshua Scully. Carl Child's with us tonight behind the camera. The South Union Township Sports Network is a joint cooperative venture with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with our friends at Armstrong and Breezeline Cable and CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, Joshua Scully and Carl Childs here with you tonight. We wanted to start a few minutes before this one gets underway to share with you some statistics and some background information on these two teams. Call it a pregame show, if you will. We also want to take a moment and recognize our sponsors tonight. Without them, this broadcast, of course, would not be possible. Smith Lewis Chess, CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis, attorneys at law. The Sprouse Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, SWGI specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank. LH Girls Soccer Boosters, South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. And Chesler's Fine Furniture. Coming into this matchup, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs enter with a 3-4 record in Section 3A. That's Section 3 and 3A, a 5-5 overall record. They are playing host to the South Fayette Lions, the top-ranked girls soccer team in 3A at this time. South Fayette ranked number one. They have been ranked number one for a few weeks. That top five for AAA, by the way, Fox Chapel, Moon, Mars, and Plum. Everybody is looking up at South Fayette. South Fayette has an overall record of 10-1-1. They are 7-0 in the section. They are the only team in the section to have beaten Thomas Jefferson. That victory coming not too long ago, a 5-0 win over Thomas Jefferson, who otherwise is in second place and having a very strong year themselves. How about this statistic? South Fayette, so far this season, has only surrendered one goal to any opponent from 3A Section 3. That one goal was scored against South Fayette by Oakland Catholic High School. That was a relatively recent match, actually, but one the Lions still won 7-1. In fact, the Lions themselves are coming off a big 11-0 win over Albert Gallatin, although, of course, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs have taken on the Colonials a few times this season, and successfully they picked up a win as recently as September 15th against Albert Gallatin. That was a 5-1 decision. Laurel Highlands did take on this South Fayette team in South Fayette Township on September the 10th. South Fayette Township, of course, is in the southwestern portion of Allegheny County, home to about 15,000 people. That September the 10th match was a good one. Laurel Highlands lost 4-0. But when you look at some of the scores, some of the offense that South Allegheny has produced this year, 4-0 is an accomplishment and something perhaps the Mustangs can build off coming into this match tonight. Certainly this would be an opportunity for Laurel Highlands to make a statement win. This would be a real great time for the Mustangs to pull off an upset. Not only would they move to 4-4 in the section and so close to the top of the section, maybe even leapfrogging Oakland Catholic, but they would also put themselves in position to look at the postseason just a little bit closer. Plus, Laurel Highlands, of course, with a win tonight, also would begin to separate themselves from the bottom of the section, Albert Gallatin and Uniontown. Uniontown picked up their first win of the season, by the way, last night. They beat the Carrick Raiders 14-0. So Uniontown 1-12 on the season, but congratulations to the Red Raiders across town for picking up a win. We're just a few minutes away from getting this one started. We'll pause now for a moment and let you hear from our sponsors on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Some things just go together, like bread and butter, blue jeans and Saturdays, best friends and phone calls. And a great match? You and discounts from Erie Insurance. It's like this. Safety features in your car will have you paying less for your auto insurance. And pay off your Erie Auto policy all at once, and you'll save up to 7% more. On your homeowner's policy, you earn discounts that start at age 46 and go up each time you celebrate a birthday. There are more discounts, too, for things like home safety features and even teenage drivers. And the savings keep adding up. When you have your auto and home covered with Erie, you get a discount. Buy a life policy with us, and the savings can get even better. At Erie Insurance, above all in service means making life a little easier on you and on your wallet. Your Erie agent is waiting for you. Your local Erie agent is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Discount terms and amounts may vary by state. See your local Erie agent for details.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School. We will now turn it over to public address, Jason Taylor, for tonight's starting lineups.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mustang Field here on the campus of Laurel Highlands Senior High School. For this evening's girls soccer match, we'll be visiting South Fayette Lions and your Laurel Highlands Mustangs. And now, starting lineups, beginning with the visiting South Fayette Lions. The Lions are led by head coach Nick Rosser, assistant coaches Jana Fittipaldo, Sabrina Bryan, Camille Osha, and Alex Rosser. In goal for the Lions, a senior, number 00, Caitlin Thompson. On defense, a junior, number 1, Abby Spalla. On defense, a freshman, number 4, Sylvie Rossi. A senior midfielder, number 10, Maria Gabriel. A sophomore, midfield, number 11, Leah Chiappetta. A midfielder, senior, number 17, Mia Duramo. On defense, a senior, number 21, Riley Binion. On defense, a senior, number 23, Nora Davidovich. A freshman forward, number 31, Stella Medbeck. A senior midfielder, number 33, Quinn Miller. And at forward, a sophomore, number 35, Gabby Bienecki. And now, starting lineup for your Laurel Highlands Mustangs. The Mustangs are led by head coach Simon Olawinda and assistant coach Kayla Swaney. On defense, a senior, number 1, Molly Nearing. In goal for the Mustangs, the freshman, number 63, Addison Stoko. A junior midfielder, number 7, Ava Ruokava. On defense, a freshman, number 12, Brooklyn Laforchik. A junior defender, number 13, Lola Mitchell. A freshman forward, number 16, Ella Doman. A midfielder, junior, number 18, Cameron McLean. At forward, a senior, number 20, Taylor Irwin. On defense, a senior, number 25, Adriana Walker. On defense, a senior, number 26, Kayla Dressler. And on defense, a senior, number 30, Morgan Barrett. At this time, we would ask that everybody please rise. You remove your caps for playing for our national anthem.
Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown is a proud supporter of youth sports. Smith Lewis Chess was established in November of 1988 with offices in Uniontown and Indiana, PA. Their firm was established with professionals capable of providing a diversified range of services with a commitment to quality control and at the same time providing opportunities for their employees to experience interesting and rewarding careers. Contact Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown today. They are located at 670 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Phone 724-438-7088. That's 724-438-7088 for Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School. Joshua Scully and Carl Childs with you tonight. Carl behind the camera. It is Wednesday, October the 1st, International Coffee Day, as a matter of fact. So if you've not enjoyed a cup of joe today, it's not too late. Maybe have one after dinner with your cake. 40 minutes on the clock here for the first half of play. Laurel Highlands in their home reds, white trim and number. South Fayette in their away whites, green trim and number. South Fayette, the Lions will get us started with the kickoff here at Laurel Highlands High School. Thank you as always for joining us on the South Union Township Sports Network. The Lions will be operating right to left across your screen here in the first half. Laurel Highlands left to right. The Lions on the move here quickly, although this one steered around near the center line and working hard here. Ava Ruvalcaba, the junior, momentarily controlling there for the Mustangs, and she'll control again. She sends this one off to our right, down to the penalty box, and the goalie for the Lions, Caitlin Thompson, comes charging out, and she'll take control of that one and punt it away. This one going to land right near the center line, near midfield, now across, and Laurel Highlands will have a chance to recover. Trying to work this one away and successfully doing so. Right now, Taylor Irwin, the senior, moving it to her left. And Laurel Highlands again approaching the center line before the Lions take control. The Lions, of course, coming in 10-1-1 on this season. They have beat this Mustang team earlier, back on September the 10th. But as far as the Lions have played this year, that first match against the Mustangs was one of the closest matches they have played. The Lions have suffered just one defeat as they may get a look at a goal here, and this one is denied by Stroko. Very well played. And this one is punted away. Great work there for the Mustangs to avoid a good look coming off the foot of, I believe, we'll see, we have a whistle here. I believe that was number 31 for the Lions. I could stand to be corrected on that. We may have some hard time picking up these green numbers from afar, even with the field glasses, but hopefully as the evening progresses, those will stand out to us a bit. Night has fallen here at Laurel Highlands High School, and the lights are on to their fullest capacity. Now near the byline, this one going to be lost there. It will be scooped up by Caitlin Thompson, and Thompson prepares to send this one away as we pause for just a moment for a shoe to be tied. Ruvalcaba taking care of the laces, and now this one going to be shipped out to near the benches. Off a body, then across the center line, and an opportunity here for the Lions. This one pushed ahead. This is going to be number 11 for the Lions with a nice pass back to the middle in the penalty box, fighting. This one taken away. Good-looking pass there. That was number 11, Lily Chiapetta. Laurel Highlands now with a chance to send this one away from the goal. Back near the goal for the Mustangs, number 25, Adriana Walker. Walker's going to place it on the A in Mustangs and send this one away. Ball is going to carry to near the Laurel Highlands bench. A header is going to put it across the center line, and the Lions will take charge. Now, coming to their left, near sideline. Working that sideline, moving the ball ahead. That was number 23, Nora Davidovich. The Lions trying to set themselves up in the middle. So far, they've had a couple of quick looks at the goal. Laurel Highlands has done a good job covering them up, but this one is going to get through, and it's a good-looking boot there from number 33 for the Lions. That's Quinn Miller, one of their captains. Captains for the Lions, Quinn Miller, Caitlin Thompson, and Mia DeRamo. And with 36:46 to play, we've got our first goal of the ball game coming by way of Quinn Miller. Laurel Highlands will look to recover here. Again, this Laurel Highlands team played South Fayette very well earlier this season in Allegheny County. South Fayette takes control here, has another chance. This one's going to drift to the byline, and recovering it there, number 4, Sylvie Rossi. This one nearly a through ball, just saved by the Lions at the sideline. Now working back to the goal. The Lions trying to weave between a couple defenders. That's not going to work. And number 23, Davidovich, is going to lose this one to the Mustangs, at least for a moment. Now the Lions trying to send it deep back into the Mustang side. Some very careful play here by the Lions. They're going to reset themselves. They move the ball back out to number 23, Davidovich. Now they drop all the way back. That was Chiapetta. Chiapetta is going to move it to her right, and the Lions will look to see if they can't have another good possession here. We've got a 4-on-3 situation for the Lions. Working through traffic. This kick goes off a Mustang body and is denied. Good-looking opportunity, though, for Mia DeRamo. Lions look to take control again. This Lions team has scored this season, including the goal you just saw, 67 goals. Would you like to take a guess at how many goals the Lions have surrendered this season? 4. And 2 of those came in the one match the Lions lost to West Allegheny. So this is a good Lions team. That one goes off the foot of number 4, Sylvie Rossi, and out of play. Will be a throw-in opportunity here. This one goes hard off a Mustang near the corner. Lions still able to control. Some good footwork there by the Mustangs' number 13, Lola Mitchell, nearly able to take it away. The Lions will see this one go across the sideline. Will be a throw-in opportunity here for the Mustangs. Stepping out, Mitchell will throw this one in. Ball goes between some bodies, controlled now by the Lions. Weaving through traffic, the Lions certainly have no fear with dribbling between defenders. We've seen that happen multiple times already this evening. This one's going to get away from Chiapetta back to the center line. Now moving it to her right, and the Lions are ready to attack again. Working their way down. Here's a big lead. This one is going to be seized by Stroko, and that one was a real thriller as the Lions were closing in very hard thanks to number 17, Mia DeRamo. Stroko had to make a decision, and that's probably the wise decision to not let DeRamo have a look at the goal there. Mustangs trying to get something started. We've played 6 minutes, 1-0 your score. Lions lead it. This is a good throw-in, but it's going to roll just past number 16, Ella Doman. Mustangs still fighting for control. The official trying not to get run over, and he steps out of the way as this ball rolls across the sideline. Hey, happy birthday from the South Union Township Sports Network today to actor Randy Quaid. Everybody loves Randy Quaid. He was born today in 1950. The Lions now with control again, trying to work this one to the right, and that's a big lead, but it will be taken care of for the Lions on the far side, working the sideline. The Mustangs in retreat. This one is going to be saved against the sideline. Again, the official just toe-tapping out of the way in time. Mustangs trying to send this one the opposite direction, and they finally will, courtesy number 18, Cameron McLean. This one goes into the Laurel Highlands bench. Will be a throw-in situation, and then that one gets booted down to Bailey Avenue. And now it's at the railroad tracks, and now it's on its way to Smithfield. This one off a header goes to the center line. Lions here battling. They have not given the Mustangs many opportunities to get across midfield. Look at the sprinting speed here, and Stroko again had to make a very quick decision as Sylvie Rossi was closing in like she was shot out of a cannon. That was a very, very close call. Stroko making a good decision again to get her hands on that one before the Lions could cause any further trouble. Lions working off the far sideline. They are going to see this one reset. This one dropped all the way back toward their goal. This is number 1, Abby Spala, going to move it to the middle. Now the Lions are ready to go on the move again. 32-19 left to play here in the first half on the South Union Township Sports Network. This is a huge lead. They wanted Rossi down the sideline. They won't get her. Also, happy birthday today to former Major League Baseball player Mark McGwire. Born today in 1963. I think everyone remembers Mark McGwire pretty well. Lily Chiappetta trying to find her way through, and she gets Stroko to duck and try to cover that one. Good help there by the Mustangs. And that's how you do it. Stroko had bailed her defense out a few times, and this time Stroko gets some big help from Morgan Ferris. We are going to see a corner kick, though. You know how dicey these corner kicks can be. Both teams will pack in the bodies. This one overshoots the goal and is otherwise harmless, goes across the byline, and Stroko is going to recover the backup ball and send it over to number 25, Adriana Walker, one of our captains for Laurel Highlands. Your captains for Laurel Highlands are number 20, Taylor Irwin, 25, Adriana Walker, 30, Morgan Ferris, and 1, Molly Nairn. The Lions have been really tough to navigate. The Mustangs are going to give it a try here, trying to get it to the center line, and fighting there is number 18, Cameron McLean. McLean's going to momentarily get the sideline right in front of the South Fayette bench. This one is still in play. The Lions finally now have to drop back to one of their own corners, really for the first time in this match, at least unintentionally. They have reset themselves pretty deep a few times. This one goes off a Lions body. It'll be controlled now on our sideline. The Mustangs, though, not ready to surrender on this opportunity. Good work there for the Mustangs by number 20. That's Taylor Irwin. We're looking forward to seeing Taylor in just really a matter of weeks now take to the basketball court. I'm sure she's not ready for soccer season to be over, but I know the Mustang faithful are ready for basketball season. This one's going to go deep now into the Lions' corner, and better opportunity here for the Mustangs. Number 12, Brooklyn Lakorchek, gave it a little bit of chase. The Lions now are having to work to try to clear this one out. The Mustangs are indeed making them work. Here's a big boot toward the goal. It is high and wide. That one coming off the foot of Mustangs number 18, Cameron McLean, the junior. The Lions will take their time here. They lead by 1. Again, this is a very strong Lions offense, nearly 70 goals this season. This one will be lost to the sideline, will be an opportunity now for the Mustangs. Lakorchek will defer to number 1, Nairn, and Nairn is going to send it in. 29-24 to play here in the first half. This one overshoots her target, who was Lakorchek, and the Lions will, at least for a moment, control. Now they want the big lead down to number 4, Rossi. Rossi going to weave through traffic, and she sends this one ahead. A good opportunity here for the Lions if they can control it. This is number 35, and in for the score is 35. That is Gabby Beinecke. Beinecke. A lot of E's in Beinecke. Carl would appreciate that if he was looking at the roster. Beinecke is a forward. Number 35 sends that goal in at 29 minutes even to lead 2-0. Had a chance prior to the match to walk down and talk to South Fayette head coach Nick Rosser. And I asked him if any names on his team were frequently mispronounced, and he said yes. And he pointed to Gabby Beinecke's name, and he said, that name is said Beinecke. And I said, well, thank you. I would not have imagined to pronounce it that way. And he said, you wouldn't have, and you won't remember. So I tried very hard. Gabby Beinecke. 28:30 to play. The Lions will drop this one back. That was Riley Binion. And now the Lions will work to the far sideline, and they're going to come across the center line here with a 2-goal lead. Now they have an opportunity. This one goes to Rossi. Nairn trying to get in front. Rossi is going to be covered up here. Nicely done by Stroko, who would have none of that, and Stroko is going to boot this one away. Lions have a header nearly controlled. This one will roll, though, to the center line where it's finally going to be maintained by number 23, Davidovich, at least for a moment. Now Davidovich watches this one go out of play near the Mustangs cheerleaders. The Mustangs cheerleaders in their winter garb tonight. We are into autumn, October the 1st. Hard to believe it is already October. Lions again working left to right momentarily. They are truly meant to go right to left, but they reset themselves there and want to give themselves another look at the goal. Coming off of our sideline, this is number 11, Chiapetta. They'll drop it back. Number 23, the defenseman, Davidovich, will lose this one to the Mustangs, and now the Mustangs are going to send one all the way back to Caitlin Thompson. So South Fayette this season, again, just the one loss. They lost to West Allegheny. That was their second match of the season. And not only have they not lost again, but they have not surrendered 2 goals in any one match again. In fact, they have hardly surrendered any goals at all since that match. Leading here for the Mustangs, this is going to be Doman. She's going to move it our way to number 12, Lakorchek. And the Mustangs ultimately have this one taken away by the Lions. The Lions are going to try to maintain here on the sideline. We'll see if they're able to do that. So far, so good. This one goes off a Mustang's body, and Nairn now is able to get a foot on this, and the Mustangs again will send the Lions back toward their own goal. Now here's an opportunity for the Mustangs. This one going to be taken away by number 16, Doman. Doman trying to split defenders. Doman still there. And finally, the Lions are able to get the better of the situation and send it toward their own goal. Now the Lions working back to the center line as the goalie. Caitlin Thompson sent that one away. Here's a lead for the Lions and maybe an opportunity on the far sideline. Rossi looking for a target near the middle of the penalty box. Will not really find one. The Mustangs do a good job in recovery. And now we're going to have a whistle as number 17 for the Lions. That was Mia DeRamo. Sees this one roll by. And Jason Taylor, the Mustangs PA, confirming that as an offside situation for us. The first time we have seen that in this match. This one is going to be sent down by number 25, Adriana Walker, a senior for the Mustangs. Now we're going to work near the center of the field, center lane, and the Mustangs will deny. Send this one back to the center line. The Lions looking for possession back and forth between two players. And finally, charging out of it is the Lions' number 1. That is Abby Spalla. Ball gets launched toward the goal, but Stroko is there to handle, and now Stroko will punt this one away. Good-looking kick. This one going to go off a Lions' head and then roll out of play with 24:48 to go. Happy birthday from the South Union Township Sports Network to the one and only Livy Dunn, born today in 2002. Many in southwestern Pennsylvania have learned who Livy Dunn is if they didn't already know. Now on the far sideline, the Lions looking for a lead. They're going to take it on that far sideline. They do have an opportunity here coming at Stroko, and this is an easy chip in for number 17. Good positioning there by Mia Duramo. Duramo there to finish it off. Mia Duramo is the senior midfielder, and really she was just there for the layup. 3-0 your score, 24-20. Good look there for the Lions. The Lions lead this one 3-0. The Lions dropped 11 goals on Albert Gallatin just a few nights ago. They did play a very, very close match with Cannon McMillan recently. That was a 2-1 final. The Big Macs battling this good Lions squad. And the Lions won tie. That was their first match of the season. You got to go all the way back to near the middle of August, right out of the gate before the school year for most of our local schools began. This one lost to the byline. South Fayette and Peters Township with extra time finish in a 1-1 tie. That was back on August 23rd. So a 10-1-1 record for South Fayette. They lead here 3-0. The Mustangs 3-4 in the conference, 5-5 overall. Corner kick off ahead, and this one is in. Really good work there. And we're going to confirm the number for you. I've got the field glasses on, and I see the young lady who is responsible, and as soon as she turns sideways, we're going to get that number. She is purposefully avoiding it. This is going to be number... She knows what I'm trying to do, even from here. This is number 28, so it seems... We're still working on that. I think that was the correct number. Harper Zapp just checked in. Sophomore. Where's number 28 for the Lions? 4-0 your score, 23 minutes to play. Those corner kick situations are always really difficult to work out. South Fayette had an opportunity out of the corner, the near corner, earlier in this match, and the kick itself was a bit high and off the mark, but the Lions there really demonstrate for you what's possible with the corner kick. It's almost a pinball type of situation, ball going off of bodies, and in this case off a head and into the goal. And you can imagine how difficult it is for the goalie in those scenarios to really pick up the ball and stay with it, especially when the ball is going between multiple bodies, including some of your own teammates. This one lost to the sideline with 22 minutes and 14 seconds to play here in the first half. Will be a throw-in. This one sort of dumped in initially to Beinecke, and then Beinecke is going to send the ball this way. The Lions on the attack once again. They lead 4-0. This is the score they won the first matchup against Laurel Highlands by back on September 10th. This one goes across the end line, out of play. Number 25 for the Mustangs, Walker, one of our seniors on this Mustang team, will drop back and send this one away from the goal. The Mustangs so far this season have done really well against their local opponents. They have beaten up on Albert Gallatin a couple times. Earlier this week, they really got the best of the Uniontown Red Raiders at Bill Power Stadium. That was just Monday evening. 21-10 remaining here in the first half. Mustangs trying to get this one under control, and they nearly will. Irwin nearly had a clear move on that. The Lions able to step in the way at the last second. Again, Irwin denying, sending this one back, and they'll reset themselves as the Lions have been wont to do. Davidovich sending it our way down the sideline. A little lead here, and a tackle attempt will not quite come up by Nair. Now working off the sideline are the Lions, looking for the top of the penalty box. Denied. That one goes off a head, off a body, and now we're back out to the center line. An opportunity perhaps for Doman. Doman is going to charge ahead, and this is still an opportunity if the goalie does not close it out, and she nearly sent it right back to Doman. Caitlin Thompson A little bit of a risky play there. The Lions do, though, seize control. They're going to work it across midfield, and now nice heel move here for the Lions to get this one back to number 23, Davidovich, trying to go across the field, and the Mustangs jump this one, and finally that one is taken away by the Lions. Lions now on the far sideline, trying to work past the scoreboard. The Mustangs have been pretty tough over the last minute or so, not giving the Lions much in the way of a lane to work with. The Lions will try the far sideline again in front of their own bench. Right now they're still working it between their defensemen. Now they're going to try the center line for the first time in a couple seconds, and they bring it our way. This one going to be taken away by the Mustangs, and just in time, this one charged all the way back to Caitlin Thompson. Thompson, the goalie, will send it back off to her right. The Mustangs will close out here on the sideline, nearly able to take it away. Now they will nearly again take it away. I thought for sure the Mustangs would come out with that. The Lions just barely able to maintain possession. Now back to the center line we come for the Lions. They'll move it ahead, far side, and some contact here. A Lion hits the pitch, but no whistle. Good work here for the Mustangs by number 30, Morgan Ferris. Ferris using her body, and now we do have an official check on that player who hit the ground. This is number 17, Mia Duramo, and Duramo is back on her feet, but she'll be subbed out. And we'll see a fresh player come in for her. I believe this is number 8. Paige Declua, the senior. Carl is behind the camera for us tonight. Carl Childs. And the Lions will send a big boot towards Stroko, and if this were a kickball game, Stroko just made an awesome out deep in the outfield, catching this one from the Lions, and now Stroko will return the favor and send one back out to the center line. Davidovich will take control here on our side, near sideline. Davidovich looking for a pass opportunity, will be denied, and now the Mustangs really come after her. That was Irwin at first, and the Lions will completely reset themselves, trying to move Davidovich up the sideline. Davidovich they'll say this one was lost to the sideline.
On for Lions, number 8, Paige Declua.
17:28 to play. Throw-in opportunity for the Mustangs. Taking control, Ella Dolman. Dolman has been good tonight for the Mustangs. Had a few opportunities. The Lions were just barely able to get their claws on. Dolman even just recently nearly had a rebound come right at her. The Lions were fortunate to avoid that situation. This one sent out of play. 17:01. A couple of subs checking in here for the Lions. We've got number 19 for certain. That's Emma Ferrari. She is the senior forward. 16:44 to play. The Lions will drop back, work it through their defense. Davidovich, who is so often involved here on the left side. She's trying to move it to the middle to Harper Zapt. And on the far sideline we go. The Lions across the center line, and the Mustangs almost able to take away there. Ruvalcaba gets a foot on it. And overthrowing this one in for the Lions. She is going to have a whistle. I believe that's 31. Stella Medvec. 16:02. This one across the center line. Nobody home. Header sent back to the center line. Mustangs looking for control near the sideline. Irwin boots it away, will force the Lions to retreat, and the line has fallen down, and this is an opportunity for the Mustangs. That's number 16, Ella Doman, and Doman is tripped up, and there's no whistle, and my goodness, I don't know about that call. Here's an opportunity again for the Mustangs. This one is just wide. Great look there. Incredible sequence. LaCourcheck nearly able to catch Caitlin Thompson out of the goal box. Thompson had moved way off to her left. But oh, so close for Doman, and I am a little surprised that we don't see a whistle on Doman's behalf, because that sequence was pretty dicey. The Lions catch a break here, leading 4-0 with 14:55 to play. Near sideline, Nairn trying to get ahead of the Lions here on the sideline, and a good tackle attempt here at the very end will deny. Ball goes off the body of number 11, Lily Chiapetta, which I just love that last name. My goodness. I wish that was my last name. Lions off the sideline. They get this one to near the goal. Stroko has done that a few times tonight, where she has to make a difficult decision as to whether or not she is going to step out and play the ball. And so far, so good for her. She's decided wisely in those scenarios tonight. 14:10 to play. Header here for the Mustangs, number 7, Ruvalcaba. Now an opportunity again for the Mustangs, and I believe this is Doman. Doman in a foot race, still with a chance here. Doman has been a bright spot for the Mustangs offensively. She has really made the Lions work, and in this particular scenario, she made number 21 work quite hard. That was Riley Binion, the senior defenseman. Nairn with the throw-in to Irwin. Irwin going to have this one taken away by the Lions. They're going to move it out to Beinecke. Beinecke off to the races. Beinecke at the 30. And she tries to find a teammate there. Not quite able to do so. This is a through ball and across the sideline. Throw-in opportunity for the Lions. Again, the Lions in their away whites. We're going to see perhaps a new thrower come over. Maybe a substitution even here as Beinecke jogs off, and jogging over to the ball is Spalla. This is number 1, Abby Spalla, the junior, coming over. 35 for Laurel Highlands is checked in. Giovanna Johnson, the senior. Throw-in actually came from Davidovich there just prior to this sequence. Lions keeping Stroko occupied, keeping the ball inside the penalty box. Stroko has moved to her far left, as the Lions have moved to their far right. Now, coming off of that sideline back to the middle, the Mustangs are looking for control, a collision here, and hopefully everybody is okay. That is Taylor Irwin, who had fallen and was then trampled. 12:25 to play, and we're going to have a brief stop here. We'll take a break, too, on the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll be right back. 4-0 in favor of the Lions.
If it's time for a change in decor at your home, let the trained staff at Chesler's Fine Furniture work their magic. The August store-wide furniture clearance is going on now. There are no gimmicks involved, just great values and old-fashioned service. Chesler's offers the finest in name-brand furnishings by famous makers, plus accent pieces and wall decor that will underline your unique sense of style. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for just $4.29. 5-piece dining sets starting at $5.99. For the family room, there are reclining sofas from $7.99 and up, with matching reclining love seats and recliners. For the formal living room, there are sofas starting at $4.99. Don't forget the bedding department, as all mattress sets are reduced. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room furniture and dining room furniture, every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be discounted. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends. Hard work, respecting others, and being a good team member are values that South Union Township Supervisor Jason Scott knows well. Whether he's running a machine, repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is working every day to keep residents safe, maintain the strength of our local businesses, and enhance the quality of life in South Union Township. Best wishes for a great season from Jason Scott, who would appreciate your vote for Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate. Hello, this is Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm today for your free consultation. Remember, the insurance companies are not on your side. We will personally come out and meet with you. Call us at 724-437-2799. We have helped people like you recover millions of dollars. You will not pay anything until we win your case. We will fight for you.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Taylor Irwin has just been helped off the field by her teammates, and we are certainly hopeful that she is okay. Great young lady, great athlete. And the last thing we want to see on the first day of October or any time is an injury. Taylor now being seen to, and the officials not quite ready to resume play yet. Now here we go. And the Lions are going to work it our way, near sideline. And the kick is going to be sent opposite side. They're going to make Stroko work here. And the Lions trying to save this one near the byline. The Mustangs trying to take it away. And for the Mustangs, number 35, Johnson, watches this one roll through. Thank you, as always, for joining us tonight. Carl Childs behind the camera. I'm Joshua Scully. Great to be back with you. I was here last week for some Laurel Highlands soccer. Grateful for the opportunity. I'll be back tomorrow night with Bill Dice. The Mustangs trying to find their way through. They're going to work this one to Ruvalcaba. Ruvalcaba. Big lead, far side. This one's going to get away, though, and that one will roll over to the Dollar General. I suppose if you taped your receipt to it, you might even get your money back. 11:31 to play here in the first half, 4-0 in favor of the Lions. Lions won the last meeting against the Mustangs 4-0. But this Lions team has been so very good. Just the one goal surrendered this season for the Lions. Just one goal surrendered against 3A Section 3 opponents. The Mustangs in good position here to take this one away, although it was a bit closer than the Mustangs may have liked. Just as a reminder, if you're watching this game on BreezeLine or Armstrong Cable, we'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs are now available online. It's easy to find. Just log on to youtube.com and search South Union Television, or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates. Facebook.com/South Union TV. Subscribe for notifications when we go live. Throw-in opportunity for the Mustangs. This will be number 12, Lakorchek. Oh, check that. That was 13, Mitchell. Lola Mitchell, the junior, sending it in. Lions able to get control as the Mustangs threaten. The Mustangs have made Lions goalie Caitlin Thompson work a little bit over the course of the last few minutes, which is great to see, and maybe the Mustangs can end this first half on a high note. This one sent in near sideline, but denied by the Lions. They were looking for Ella Dolman. Now Nairn is going to move to her left, and the ball comes right back to her. A little give-and-go action. Nairn splitting defenders and really had Ruvalcaba there, but the ball gets away. Mustangs trying to maintain control here. Lola Mitchell in pursuit on the far sideline. Lions are going to work across the Mustangs bench. Now they're going to move it to the center lane. Opportunity here for the Lions, taken away by Walker. A big kick sends it back to the center line. And right there is Dolman again. Dolman has been excellent for the Mustangs tonight. She has seemingly always been in the right place at the right time, and we'd love to see Dolman cash in here. This one is going to be shipped off by the Lions. They did not like how that looked, and we're going to have a whistle coming off the center line as we have a Lion down with an apparent injury. That is number 10, Maria Gabriel, the senior midfielder. She's got head coach for the Lions, Nick Rosser, with her, and Rosser just says, okay, well, we're going to just take you over here and check you out. Well, Mr. Taylor, you think this is the trainer?
No, I'm saying the trainer is still over with Taylor Irvin.
Oh, okay. Excellent. The trainer busy right now trying to see to two different injured players. That was head coach Nick Rosser. Of course, the kind of season that Nick Rosser is having with this team, he does not want to see any injuries either. His team is ranked number 1 in AAA right now, and they have been ranked number 1 for quite some time. 9:07 to play here in the first half. Dolman nearly able to jump ahead of this one. Instead, the Lions coming the other way, right to left, across the center line. The Mustangs trying to position themselves, and right now the Lions are taking the center lane toward the goal. Some stiffer defense now as we approach the penalty box. Good footwork here for the Lions, and the kick attempt is going to go wide. The Lions had actually scored off a similar approach earlier tonight. This time they can not quite nail down the positioning. They were looking for number 19, Ferrari, in front of the goal and could not find her. Now for the Lions, it's going to be number 33 who has momentary control, Quinn Miller, and Stroko covers this one up. 8:17 to play. Stroko to give this one the boot. And Gracie Cece, the freshman, has checked in for the Mustangs. We've seen her do some great things for the junior varsity team, and she's helps out the varsity team certainly too. Junior varsity match concluded about 20 minutes before we started this match. South Fayette, the victors of the JV match, and they lead this varsity contest 4-0. Now the Mustangs are going to try to finish this half strong. Ruvalcaba seized it for a moment. Lions take it back across the center line. Now the Lions trying to lead, moving it ahead and scrambling to get back for the Mustangs. Well done there by Ferris to make sure there was no lane for Duramo.
Number 14, Gracie Seaside. And number 29, Abigail DiLorenzo.
So DiLorenzo and Seaside both in for the Mustangs. Here on a cool October evening, air temperature at the start of this match was just about 66 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's a very pleasant evening, too. Quite dry. We finally had some rain move through our area a few days ago. This one goes out of play, and Stroko will get the reserve ball. She's right now flanked by Ferris, and she'll give way, in fact, to Walker. Walker ready to send this one off with 6:31 to play here in the first half. A 4-0 lead for South Fayette. South Fayette just the one loss and one tie this season. The loss came to West Allegheny. Hard to believe, if you'd like to see it this way, South Fayette started the season 0-1-1, and they've won 10 in a row since then. And in the space of those 10 wins, they have only surrendered a couple of goals while scoring over 60. So this is a very good South Fayette team. Little change of direction here for South Fayette. On the far sideline, they're going to get it ahead to number 17, Duramo. They have tried to go to her offensively a few times. Sprinting to try to catch up to this is number 24, Layla Tarrin. And this one going to be sent to the goal. Stroko is there, knocks it down, then recovers it. Looking for the rebound opportunity was Ferrari. Ferrari has often positioned herself in such a place for the Lions to look for one that might come off of Stroko's hands or body. The Lions will take the ball away. This is again number 17, this time wide. Mia Duramo wide of the net. Stroko has this one booted away and to the far sideline, and this one gets away as a through ball. Number 35, Johnson. Watch that one go by. Mustangs had a few opportunities over the course of, let's say, the last 15 minutes. A couple of those came by way of Doman. And the Lions, let's say, quote, unquote, may have got away with one in denying Doman one time when they sent her to the pitch. And we did not get a whistle. That could have certainly made this first half feel a bit better for the Mustangs. Right now they trail 4-0, but now they have numbers, and this is going to be number 16, Doman again. Doman wanted to go center lane there, and the Lions take it away, but the Mustangs not quite ready to give up, and then Thompson will shoo them away. 4-10 as that ball lands right on the center line, 4:10 to play. This Lions team, as of late, this one's going to be handled by Stroko. Of course, we mentioned the big win over Albert Gallatin, the close win, 2-1 against Cannon McMillan. A 7-1 win over Oakland Catholic. Oakland Catholic is the only conference opponent, 3A Section 3, to score a goal against South Fayette this season. South Fayette downed Uniontown 11-0. And, of course, the really big game, which as of right now has had the greatest influence on 3A Section 3, a collision here on the sideline. And the Mustangs will ship this one off back across the center line and make the Lions defense drop back and recover it. Now coming back the opposite way, a huge lead. And now we've got a foot race into the corner. The Lions certainly want to maintain this, and they'll see it driven out of bounds. I believe for the Lions that's 19. Ferrari again, busy here on the sideline. And they're going to say this was off Ferrari, I assume, so it's a Mustang throw-in. Now Ferrari going back to the center, not far from the penalty box now. The Lions will drop back. They were, I think, looking for an opportunity back toward the penalty box, and a few players on this Lions team have taken a more conservative approach. Duramo sends this one wide, off the mark, 2:41 to play here at Laurel Highlands High School. Thank you for checking out the South Union Township Sports Network as always. Carl Childs alongside myself, Joshua Scully. This is going to be number 30. Morgan Ferris to send it, and we're joined in the press box by the voice of the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, Jason Taylor. Back and forth between two players. The Lions really fighting for what could be one last opportunity here as we're approaching 2 minutes, and the Mustangs have played some pretty strong defense here, really, since about the 12-minute mark. They have not given the Lions much in the way of opportunity. Ruvalcaba will send this one across, and we've got an opportunity here for Doman. Doman trying to keep this one clear of Spala, and now Doman again is sent to the ground, and this is a little peculiar, the fact that that has happened to Doman 2 times, and neither time did we see much attention. Ferrari will not have a chance here as number 25, Walker, the senior captain, makes sure the ball is shipped away. 90 seconds remain in the first half. Davidovich will throw this one in. She goes to Duramo, and this one is going to beat Stroko to the right, number 17, Mia Duramo. And I believe that is her second goal of the night. If so, she's got a brace of goals to her credit here in the first half. Duramo has been very strong for the Lions thus far. We have remaining just around 73 seconds here in the first half, 5-0. This Lions team playing so far as they so often have this year. Ball moves our way to Seaside. Seaside with a little bit of room, and the tackle attempt sends this one out of play. 57 seconds to play. And I do think some of the spectators here at Laurel Highlands High School are beginning to become a bit sensitive to the lack of, let's say, the lack of attention the officials have paid to the Mustangs here in a few situations. We've got some players tied up. We've had some players sent to the pitch. This is going to be number 29 for the Mustangs. DiLorenzo, the freshman, nearly able to send that one away. And then finally Walker comes over and finishes that one off as she has so often done tonight. Laurel Highlands, as far as their conference work has been concerned, and this one is going to be sent by Nairn, nearly had that one successfully get back to Seaside. And the Lions, as the horn sounds for the end of the first half, watch that one roll across the track. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs, I was just about to say, have also recently played Oakland Catholic, whereas South Fayette was able to edge out Oakland Catholic 7-1. Laurel Highlands lost a very hard-fought 3-1 match against Oakland Catholic back on September the 16th. We'll take a short break here on the South Union Township Sports Network. 5-0 your score in favor of the Lions. When we come back, it'll be the second 40 minutes of play on the South Union Township Sports Network.
This is Dr. Fraser Stokes of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown. Doctors Calabrese, Hoppy, Lorenz, and I want to wish our local football teams and fans the very best in 2025 and remind you that our board-certified gastroenterologists are always here to help you and your family with a wide variety of GI health issues. Lastly, please consider a screening colonoscopy. It's a 30-minute painless test that could save your life.
The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500.
This is attorney Michael Mays of the Davis & Davis Law Firm. We have been helping injured people just like you recover millions of dollars for over 45 years. If you're hurt or injured, I want to meet you and make sure you get the money that you deserve. Call me at 724-437-2799 for your free consultation. The Davis & Davis Law Firm has been protecting our neighbors in Greene and Fayette counties for over 45 years. Go to davisanddavislaw.com or call 724-437-2799 for your free consultation.
This is Dr. Alyssa Lorenz of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Common issues like difficulty with swallowing, frequent heartburn, recurrent abdominal pain, bowel habit problems, and rectal bleeding are often easily diagnosed and treated. Dr. Calabrese, Stokes, Hoppy, and I are local gastroenterologists that are here to help. For more information, call our Uniontown office at 724-437-7677.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School. Joshua Scully and Carl Childs with you tonight. Carl behind the camera on a beautiful Wednesday, October 1. Yes, we have reached October, as hard as that is to believe. Right now, air temperature is just 63 degrees, so it is actually a bit cooler even than when this match was first underway. The Lions lead 5-0 here at Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs will be in action tomorrow evening. Their boys soccer team in action. We'll have that one for you here on the South Union Township Sports Network. I will be back and alongside Bill Dice tomorrow evening, so we're looking forward to that. Another beautiful day expected. In fact, really the course of weather for the next several days, for all intents and purposes, looks excellent. 76 tomorrow, 78 Friday, and how about this? The weekend. 2 sunny days, Saturday and Sunday, October 4 and 5. Highs of 80 and 82. And then next week, for the most part, stays relatively warm. Maybe a cool day on Wednesday, but I don't think we are anywhere near concerns about frost yet. We do have some frost advisories in Somerset County tonight, though. So if you're listening to us from afar, maybe keep an eye on your flowers and any remaining vegetables outside. AAA WPIAL girls soccer rankings. This South Fayette Lions team ranked number 1 coming into tonight. They have been in that spot for some time. They are followed by Fox Chapel, Moon Mars, and Plum. In 3A Section 3, South Fayette also on top, 10-1-1. If they win this game, they will be 11-1-1. That will be an 11-match winning streak for the Lions. Thomas Jefferson, 8-6 overall, 6-1 in Section 3. Oakland Catholic, 5-7, 3-4 in Section 3. Laurel Highlands, 5-5 overall, 3-4 in the section. AG, 2-5. Uniontown, 0-7 in the section. But they did just pick up their first win of the season last evening against the Carrick Raiders, 14-0. Of course, Carrick, our thoughts are still with them. Carrick High School, the location of that tragic event last week that saw a few students dealing with violence within the school. And certainly we are hopeful that situation will work out to the best possible solution. We're going to take another short break here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Your score is 5-0. When we come back, we'll be ready to resume play here at Laurel Highlands High School on a beautiful Wednesday evening.
Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown is a proud supporter of youth sports. Smith Lewis Chess was established in November of 1988 with offices in Uniontown and Indiana, PA. Their firm was established with professionals capable of providing a diversified range of services with a commitment to quality control and at the same time providing opportunities for their employees to experience interesting and rewarding careers. Contact Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown today. They are located at 670 Cherry Tree Lane in Uniontown. Phone 724-438-7088. That's 724-438-7088 for Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown.
If it's time for a change in decor at your home, let the trained staff at Chesler's Fine Furniture work their magic. The August store-wide furniture clearance is going on now. There are no gimmicks involved, just great values and old-fashioned service. Chesler's offers the finest in name-brand furnishings by famous makers, plus accent pieces and wall decor that will underline your unique sense of style. You'll find items such as genuine Lazy Boy rocker recliners for just $4.29. 5-piece dining sets starting at $5.99. For the family room, there are reclining sofas from $7.99 and up with matching reclining love seats and recliners. For the formal living room, there are sofas starting at $4.99. Don't forget the bedding department, as all mattress sets are reduced. Every piece of bedroom furniture, every piece of living room furniture and dining room furniture, every piece of furniture at Chesler's will be discounted. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community, treating sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. They treat you efficiently and safely by taking all necessary precautions while disinfecting the clinic regularly. All insurance accepted. Experienced therapists. Convenient location and hours. Part of the community. Call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access 724-437-7500. You don't fix what's not broken. That's true. You don't replace what is working well. Jason Scott is doing a good job working as South Union Township Supervisor. Jason Scott utilizes his skills on a daily basis in the Township office. Whether repairing storm drains, operating a plow truck, or working with his fellow supervisors on economic growth, Jason Scott is out there working for you all day, every day. Let's keep experience and integrity in the Township. Keep Jason Scott, full-time South Union Township Supervisor.
Paid for by the candidate.
Hello, this is Jeremy Davis from the law firm of Davis & Davis. We have been helping the great people of Fayette County for over 45 years with personal injury claims. If you are hurt or injured, call our law firm today for your free consultation. Remember, the insurance companies are not on your side. We will personally come out and meet with you. Call us at 724-437-2799. We have helped people like you recover millions of dollars. You will not pay anything until we win your case. We will fight for you.
This is Dr. Alyssa Lorenz of U.S. Digestive Health in Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Common issues like difficulty with swallowing, frequent heartburn, recurrent abdominal pain, bowel habit problems, and rectal bleeding are often easily diagnosed and treated. Dr. Calabrese, Stokes, Hoppy, and I are local gastroenterologists that are here to help. For more information, call our Uniontown office at 724-437-7677.
Welcome back to Laurel Highlands High School, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the South Fayette Lions. The Uniontown Herald-Standard Sports Department working overtime tonight, Carl. You'll appreciate this. Jonathan Guth from the Uniontown Herald-Standard, a statistician among mathematicians, we're told, has got some halftime stats to share with us. He also wants everyone to remember, keep this in mind, we've talked a lot about South Fayette's prowess. South Fayette is a two-time defending WPIAL 3A champion, and Gabby Beinecke, the sophomore on this team, whom has that really impressive name, she already has 100 points this season. South Fayette, of course, leading 5-0. Here's your scoring summary as per the incredible Mr. Guth. Quinn Miller got us started with a goal at 36-36. Then Beinecke picked up the second goal with an assist from Rossi at 29 minutes. DeRamo, with the assist from Rossi, picked up her first goal at 24-20. Then zapped at the 23-20 mark off a corner header. And DeRamo picked up the fifth goal at 1:13. That's shots on goal for South Fayette, 12. Laurel Highlands still looking for their first. Stroko, though, a bright spot for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. She has 7 saves. A couple of shots just wide from Laurel Highlands. One, John points out, came early in this match from McLean. Another just wide from LaCourchek. Dolman, of course, also very good tonight, thanks to Jonathan Guth and the Uniontown Herald-Standard for putting that together for us. I can remember the days, Carl, you may remember this too. Do you remember the days when the Herald-Standard's paper was delivered by train? True story. At one point in time, the paper for the Uniontown Herald-Standard was delivered by train. Now we're underway. That was not that long ago, by the way. Laurel Highlands will control first. This one goes across the sideline. 40 fresh minutes on the scoreboard. 5-0 your score in favor of the Lions, who are looking to improve to 11-1-1 with a victory here tonight. Again, this one gets out of play. Throw-in opportunity for the Mustangs, number 12. LaCourchek going to send that one in. She wants to go to Ruvalcaba, and this one is a battle. Ruvalcaba able to control momentarily there in front of her own bench. Ava has been involved quite often, too, tonight. She's a junior for this Mustang team, and we are certainly wishing well to Taylor Irwin. We hope that she is okay. I know the South Fayette Lions had an injury, too, in the first half. We don't want to see anyone injured, that's for sure. This one going to be pursued by the Mustangs' Ella Dolman. Dolman has been electric tonight, has really created some of her own opportunities. We'll see if the Mustangs can get a couple of shots on goal and maybe even pick up a goal or two. That would be a really great highlight for them, even while trailing by 5. It is hard to score on the South Fayette team. It has only happened a few times all season. And for 3A Section 3 opponents, it's only ever happened once. Oakland Catholic picking up the only goal among section opponents against this Lions team. The Lions looking for control, and for the time being, they're going to have it, and look out. The Lions are moving full speed ahead. The Lions in white working left to right now here in the second half. The Mustangs, of course, in their home red, they're working right to left. And the Lions, again, left to right now in the second half. This one taken away by Stroko, and we'll go back to right to left as Stroko wanted to go to the far sideline, was looking for, I believe, Seaside out there, and could not quite get it to her. Tackle attempt here, not successful by Ferris, and the Lions drive a long one toward the goal, but that one is wide. Happy International Coffee Day to everyone. October 1st. Today also, believe it or not, all the way back in 1903, as the Mustangs fight for control here on the sideline. This is going to be 16. Dolman with a break. Dolman in a foot race down the far sideline. Dolman still with a chance. Dolman working hard. Will we get a shot here? No, just taken away by the Lions at the last second. And the Lions now are going to bring it back the other way, and they have space across midfield looking for a lead, and the Mustangs finally ready to deny there. Walker steering this one back the other way, although the Lions are going to keep the pressure up. They take it on the far sideline, working it now toward the corner. This is going to be an opportunity for the Lions. And they're looking in the middle, denied there by Nairn. Good work by Nairn, and now she's going to get it out to Ferris. Ferris gets it to the far sideline. Mustangs now looking to fully clear this one away. They're going to work to the center line and across. They find 16, Dolman. Dolman has been busy all night for the Mustangs. The Mustangs still have the Lions retreating. The Lions, I think, realized they weren't in a great situation and chipped this one away. Mitchell will drop it back to Nairn. Nairn going to try to work it to our sideline. This one's still in play. Nairn still with a chance. And then finally the Lions give this one the boot and clear it out. Good couple minutes here for the Mustangs, though. That was Medvec who ultimately shipped the ball out of play. And the Mustangs are going to reset themselves here. They move it back to Stroko. Back on this date in 1903, you could have seen the first game of the first modern World Series played today in 1903. Here's a chance for the Lions, denied by Stroko in the front of the net. Now this one is high, and it's going to bank in. And my goodness, difficult sequence there for Laurel Highlands. And I believe that was 11. Lily Chiapetta with the goal. I'm going to defer to Carl. Carl, did you see anything different? Chiapetta with the goal. 6-0, 35-27 to play. Stroko played that about as well as you would care to do, and unfortunately for the Mustangs, Chiapetta was in the right place at the right time, working here on the near sidelines. The Lions may be looking to add. Weaving through traffic, my goodness. Great footwork here on the dribble for the Lions. Now to the center, and the kick towards Stroko is denied. Blocked away by Stroko, and eventually out of play. But yeah, back on this date in 1903, the Boston Americans and the Pittsburgh Pirates played Game 1 of the first modern World Series. That's in the history of baseball what that series is now referred to as. The Pirates won Game 1. They would lose the series best out of 9. 5-3 to the Boston Americans. Now, of course, the Boston Red Sox. Would have been neat to see. Corner kick going to be denied here, just barely. That one nearly dribbled in, and now a header comes back to Stroko, and Stroko covers this one up as well. 34-19 to play. Stroko leads this one out. And now gives it the kick off the boot. This one's going to go center line. Header here will be maybe give us an injured player possibly. No official stoppage yet, although the official is aware of a player down. And now she's back on her feet. The ball rolls through. And we'll see a throw-in opportunity coming from the far sideline. The official still conferring with the Lion who had hit the pitch. That was number 33, Quinn Miller, one of the captains of this team. And Miller is on her feet, but moving very slowly through midfield. Throw-in opportunity for the Mustangs. This is Dolman. Dolman's going to move it over to number 18, McLean. Now back to Dolman. Little give-and-go action. Dolman weaving between Lions. And finally, the Lions able to take it away. This Lions defense is very tough. And they have not surrendered much to the Mustangs. They have not surrendered much all season. This one is going to be maintained in play. Thought maybe we would see a knuckleball roll out there. But the Lions are able to keep possession. That was 33, Miller, who appears to be okay, although she has this one taken away. Miller's going to get it back initially, and now it's going to roll through back to the center line. The Lions will reset themselves and then lose it on the through ball. Throw in for Nairn. Nairn has this one targeting Dressel. This one will be taken away by the Lions. Lions with a 4-on-4 situation here. We'll see what they do with it. Trying to lead in a striker on the far side, and this one is going to be wide of the goal. Stroko rolls out the spare ball. And Walker is going to kick this one away with 32:27 to play. Mustang Field, beautiful night in southwestern Pennsylvania. Does not quite feel, Halloween yet. But I suppose we're heading in that direction. Throw in for the Lions. We'll call that a bounce in fact. Lions trying to control in front of their own bench, and they are almost able to come out with it the way they wanted to. Now at the center line, they'll be forced to drop back and restart the attack here. They'll move it to 31. Medvec trying to go ahead, and she wants on the near sideline, number 33, Miller. Miller is going to be cut off by Nairn. Now the two will collide, and Nairn is not going to give up this pursuit. Working here with the Mustangs, number 12. That is Lakorchik. They're able to deny. Lions will drop back and see if they can't get a new look at this. Spala moving it to number 21, working right to left. Binion now down the sideline. The Lions have it to 4. Rossi, we have not called her name in a few minutes. This one going to be kicked to the center of the box, off ahead, and then secured by Stroko. That was Mitchell, who was in position to help out for the Mustangs. To the center line. Fighting here is Doman, as she has been all night, and oh my, Doman was maybe in a weird tie-up here. You don't see that very often. Doman was nearly put into a headlock. Interesting. As the Lions will take control. And good adjustment there by number 1, Spala, to avoid the tackle by number 30, Ferris. And now a big opportunity here for the Lions. And this one is in for Sylvie Rossi. $7-0 your score. Just over 30 minutes to play. And I'm going to defer to Mr. Taylor on this because I did work with a gentleman once who was involved in the media. We were working together in Buffalo, New York. He had this last name, but he pronounced it Rossi. But my guidance counselor in high school had the same last name, and she was Rossi. So maybe we'll do a little bit of both. Here's Ruvalcaba. Rolling this one through to McLean. McLean, good work here. Going to get it back to Ruvalcaba. Ruvalcaba, the big kick toward the goal, and this one is just wide of the goal. Thompson drifts over and gets it under control. 29-21 to play. Thompson now ships this one away. Big, high, arcing kick. Lions are not able to control it. The Mustangs take it away. This is number 30, Ferris. She was looking our way for McLean, and the Lions take the soccer ball away. Now a big break. And trying to swoop back toward the goal and looking for help in the middle for South Fayette. This one's going to go over the goal and out of play. Some quick work here down the sideline. That was Beinecke. And we believe Taylor Irwin has left the facility. Certainly, we wish her nothing but the best as this one comes into play. Beinecke trying to work through a couple defenders, and now Beinecke is down. Beinecke went down very awkwardly as she moved the ball away. And she's being seen to by a few teammates, and now the official. And we certainly, for such a gifted young player, don't want to see an injury for her. She appears to be okay. Also, Carl, today back in 1908, the Model T was debuted. October 1, 1908. You could buy a Model T, as this one is kicked through the corner by Ferris. You could buy a new Model T on this day in 1908 for $825. Which, ironically, Carl, is how much I spent for my car. Corner kick coming. This one going to be sent into the masses. And what a good move there by number 31, Medvec, who stayed with it and nearly got a few toes on it. And right now it looks like the Lions, we may need a soccer ball. We have lost a couple of soccer balls very quickly on this side. Now the corner kick is coming in, and this one is sent wide of the goal. Stroko was in good position anyway. Carl is worried that he may fall out of the press box here at Mustang Field. The last time we were here, of course, a monsoon descended upon us, and Bill and I had to actually scramble to pull the equipment back. Good work here by Lakourchek trying to get this one under control, and jogging over is going to be number 17, Mia Duramo, for the corner kick. The Mustangs will, of course, as always, want to be careful here. 26:09 to play, but the rain was falling. Was almost hurricane conditions here at Mustang Field. This one goes wide of the goal into the opposite corner. The Lions are going to look to corral, and now they will move it back out. Beinecke looking for the center lane, denied, and now the Mustangs maybe with an opportunity. Leading the charge down, it's going to be a foot race, but stepping out, of course, to take the ball away is Thompson. Good opportunity there. Good look for the Mustangs. Ruvalcaba will watch the Lions retreat. 25:30 to play. Ella Doman trying to catch up to this one before the Lions can get it across the center line, and the Lions are eventually able to do that. Now the Lions will see if they want to take a look. Big leading kick down the far sideline. The Lions are going to win this race. I believe this is Beinecke near the end line. This one gets out of play. Beinecke looked just fine there. She's going to set herself up for the corner kick now. 25 minutes to play. If South Fayette holds on to win, they will improve to 11-1-1 and stay that full step ahead of Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson in second place right now in Section 3-3A. Stroko wisely charges out to take this one away from Macy Duchess, number 14, the junior midfielder who was in position there following the corner kick. Stroko drives this one out. Lions are going to take control here. Rossai moving it our way. They are looking in the corner. Probably did not want to get that deep, but they want to go back to Beinecke in the center. Beinecke was packed in deep in the penalty box, was not quite able to get the position she wanted. Now the Mustangs are going to look to get this away from their goal. McLean gets the first touch, and then Walker drives it down. Here's another foot race, and Doman is just cut off by the Lions, and we've got a whistle. Finally. I didn't know that would ever happen. This has not been a game very favorable to the Mustangs in that regard. So we had a hold there. And now it's going to be Ruvalcaba who will take a crack at the Lions' goal. Here's the kick. Passes through, and it's in! It's in! Ruvalcaba puts the Mustangs on the board. That one found its way through the whole Pride Alliance, and the Mustangs strike for one. Ava Ruvalcaba. Great work. What a kick. What a kick. 23-16 to play. Now, the Lions, I think they might be a little upset. They were looking to strike right back there, but Stroko takes this one away. Well, now the Lions have given up 2 goals to opponents from 3A Section 3. Here's Rossai coming off the right wing. Going back to the middle. Nice give-and-go action here, but the kick goes wide, and the Lions I'm sure thought they had that one. Duramo not quite able to place it where she wanted it. That is just the second goal the Lions have surrendered this season to section opponents, if you can believe it. The other one was scored by Oakland Catholic. Great work there by Ruvalcaba. My goodness. The Lions still do lead 7-1. But I think if you're the Mustangs, at the very least, you come away from this match hoping that Taylor Irwin is okay and you hang your hat on that kick. Rossai going back away from the goal, and now this one is going to be crushed through and over the goal. 22 minutes to play. Also, Carl, you might like this, Carl. Today in 1940, I bet a lot of our listeners and viewers are going to like this on this date, October 1. Oh, this one is going to be controlled by McLean. And McLean able to weave through some traffic to the center line, and the Lions finally able to take it away. Drusel trying to return the favor, and the Lions want to lead Rossi, or Rossai. We'll call her both. This one now center. Back to Rossai, and this one is denied by Stroko. Duramo comes out with the rebound, though, and is trying to reset her offense. The Lions want another look. This one goes into the goal and is good. That one, top corner. And, Carl, that looked like 24. Layla Taryn dropping that one in at the 23, let's say the 23:05 mark, 8-1. But, Carl, on this date in 1940, the Pennsylvania Turnpike opened to traffic for the first time. Don't you love a nice, relaxing, comforting drive on the Pennsylvania Turnpike? Here's the Mustangs looking to get something going. McLean gets this one across the center line, then has it taken away. Coming back the other way, South Fayette with a 7-goal lead and 20 minutes to play. Nairn able to take this one for the Mustangs, at least for the moment. Then Ruvalcaba gives it the boot, and we're back across the center line with number 31, Stella Medvec, resetting. Now the Lions back across, coming toward the Mustangs. Nice move here by number 33, Quinn Miller. Miller will be denied, but the opportunity still exists for the Lions. They will go back to number 17. This one a bit of a knuckleball from Duramo and covered up by Stroko. Stroko will punt this one out. New player in for the Mustangs, Callie Russell, the freshman. She's on. Good work here by number 13, Lola Mitchell, trying to keep life as difficult as possible for the Lions. Mustangs have played a good match here tonight. They obviously have surrendered some goals, but I think they probably also have lost out on some opportunities when there should have been a whistle to their benefit that they did not get at least twice. Of course, they did later get one where Ruvalcaba struck at distance. Battling here in the corner, Seaside. We'll see this one go to the byline. And Caitlin Thompson, speaking of her, we've got another update here from the Uniontown Herald Standard Sports Department. I suppose they're open 24/7. Maybe they'll just not go home tonight. Caitlin Thompson, the goalie for South Fayette, check this out. She played for the Riveters this past summer. That's a pre-professional league, which usually features college players. Very rarely will you see a high school player on that roster. And that young lady is the netminder for this South Fayette team. And Caitlin Thompson is, in fact, a senior. Yes, the question was asked, do we know if she has committed? And certainly we assume that she must have some plan to continue her soccer career following high school. She's a senior and captain for this South Fayette team. And playing for the Riveters, of course, pretty serious business for Caitlin Thompson. And here's what is even more impressive about that. Now that you know that about Thompson, you understand why the Lions have surrendered so few goals this season, and yet the Mustangs, just the second team in the section to score a goal against Caitlin Thompson and these Lions. How about this? The Mustangs tonight, with that goal, became just the fourth team, check that, the fifth team all season to score a goal against South Fayette. So I think if you're the Mustangs, you do find some solace in that information. South Fayette going to work here. Nice pass through two defenders to keep this one moving, but this one is going to go wide of number 19. That's Ferrari. She watches it roll out to the track. Throw-in opportunity now for the Mustangs. This one going to be momentarily controlled by the Mustangs' number 14, Seaside. Lions do get it back under control. Duramo working through, denied by Stroko, and a collision there between Duramo and Nairn, and Stroko does not lose sight of the ball despite that. She stays right with it, and she sends it away. Mustangs battling for an opportunity here. Dolman gets this one off the body, right on the L and LH at the center of Mustang Field. Now the Lions will, at least for a moment, take control, working from their bench where many of their players are dressed as though they are in the Arctic. I don't think it's that cold outside, but they have their cold weather slops and snowshoes out there. This one, a back heel kick by Duramo. Wow. You do not see that very often. Duramo was facing Bailey Avenue, spun around, and sent that one off the back of her foot and into the goal. That was impressive. What talent on this South Fayette team, and it's 9-1. Also, we have an answer in regards to where Caitlin Thompson is continuing her soccer career. This also coming from the Uniontown Herald Standard's Jonathan Guth, who, well, they are going to put Wikipedia out of business. John just has all the answers. Miami of Ohio for Caitlin. Good for her. That's exciting to see. For those of you who are not familiar where South Fayette is, South Fayette Township and South Fayette School District serves just that township, home to about 15,000 people in southwestern Allegheny County. They run 4 schools there, an elementary school, an intermediate school, a middle school, and a high school. The intermediate school is grades 3 to 5, the elementary school K to 2. The intermediate school is actually a comparatively new building. Beautiful campus. If you've never been to South Fayette High School, their facilities are incredible. Really beautiful setting. Beautiful part of Pennsylvania. Right now, the Mustangs looking to finish strong. They could become, and I know we're talking about a match that is 9-1, but there is some silver lining here as the Lions will have this one well played by Stroko. Closing in there quickly was number 18. That was Alexa Duchtendorf, I believe is how that is pronounced. I'm going to try my best. That last name has about 14 letters, and quite a few of them are letters you typically don't see next to each other. So please pardon me if I said that incorrectly. If Alexa goes back and watches this broadcast later, she's a sophomore midfielder for this Lions team. But South Fayette has beautiful, beautiful high school campus. Tucked in right on the border between Allegheny and Washington counties. So not surprising when you see that South Fayette has played the likes of Peters Township and Cannon McMillan. Those are relatively local opponents for them across the border. Yes, Mr. Taylor is pointing out that those opponents are of more significant enrollment, and they certainly are. Lions working on the sideline here with still 12 minutes. And my point that I was about to make just a moment ago, if the Mustangs are able to notch a second goal, they will be just the second team this season. A collision near midfield gives the Mustangs an opportunity. And here's a foot race, and Dolman may have a chance, and Thompson steps up at the last second and drives this one away. Now the Lions will see this one initially denied. Well played there by the Mustangs, as a matter of fact. They'll bring it to the far sideline. This one goes back and forth between two players. That was Johnson on the far sideline initially for the Mustangs. They try to go back to her, and this one is corralled by Davidovich and moved down that far sideline right in front of the Lions bench. But only one team has scored more than one goal against this South Fayette team, obviously given Caitlin Thompson's career, her success. Mr. Taylor throws out a great PSSA word, her prowess. It's easy to understand why so few teams have scored against them, let alone even just one time. And South Fayette drives this one in. Well played there. Just inside the woodwork, number 18, the young lady. We're going to try her name one more time. In fact, I'm going to break it down into pieces here. Alexa, I think whoever just said that, was that you, Carl, or was that Jason? Duchtendorf. That looks good to me. I think we're going to go with that. Deutschendorf. Goal for that young lady, and it's 10-1. The Lions across the center line, 10 minutes to play. It would be cool to see the Mustangs, though, pick up that second goal and join West Allegheny as the only school to score more than one goal against this South Fayette team. And this one is in at great distance. That was number 28. Harper zapped, and she's got a brace tonight. That's her second goal. Great looking kick. 11-1. That's interesting. Mr. Taylor from the other side of the press box telling us that Miami of Ohio, where Caitlin Thompson is planning to attend, and here is a kick toward Thompson, who was there to absorb that one, is one of the few colleges or universities in the country that have among their alumni a president and a Super Bowl winning quarterback. That's pretty cool. Yes, well, that's the easy part. We are familiar with him, of course, and we are very grateful that he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. But I don't know who the president is. Benjamin Harrison, we believe. Quite a few presidents have called Ohio home over the years. Even I would say a shocking number of presidents have called Ohio home, especially compared to us in the Keystone State. Just one true Pennsylvania native has ever ascended to the White House, one Pennsylvania native who has maintained his status, let's say, as a Pennsylvanian. That was James Buchanan. It was Benjamin Harrison? Benjamin Harrison. Benjamin Harrison, the part of the only grandfather-grandson presidential duo in U.S. history. William Henry Harrison, his grandfather, was, of course, president early on in America's history. He was your shortest-serving president. And then Benjamin Harrison, his grandson, also president. Benjamin Harrison has the distinction of having his term in office separate the 2 terms served by Grover Cleveland, who prior to Donald Trump was the only president to serve split terms in American history. Grover Cleveland, I never understood. Carl and I don't know if you remember this, Carl. You and I had a long conversation about Grover Cleveland at one point during a broadcast this summer. Grover Cleveland, his actual first name was Stephen. And he chose to go by Grover, which is really interesting. Here's a kick wide of the goal by Medvik, and not quite saved on the far side. Brooklyn Lakorchik was there for Laurel Highlands. Run that by me again, Mr. Taylor. Oh, there are 5 that have both. There are 5 colleges in the U.S. that have both among their alumni a president and a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I'm going to assume, no, I'm not even going to guess that. Boy. So I'm going to guess Michigan. I do not know who the president was, but I unfortunately know. Who was that? Relatively recent. So let's process of elimination here. Gerald Ford. Okay. And I say unfortunately we know the quarterback because he terrorized us for so long as Laurel Highlands. I believe Ford did play some football. Gerald Ford and Tom Brady, both Michigan products. Kind of a cool distinction as a college to say that you have produced a U.S. president and a Super Bowl winning quarterback, 2 obviously very different professions, as South Fayette holding here near the center line and now advancing across the center line, across midfield, 5:30 to play. Mr. Taylor, humor us with the other schools on that list. Let's say one is an Armed Forces Academy. I want to say Army. It is not. So then it may be Navy. Navy is correct. That is a good question. I'm assuming, as a nice attempt here by the Mustangs, working our sideline on the takeaway and finally being denied is Ferris, but Ferris certainly worked hard there. Jimmy Carter. The rival of the Steelers back in the 70s. Same conference or different conference? So I'm gonna have to say then the team you're talking about has got to be the Cowboys. Was that Roger Staubach? Yeah. Wow, I did not know. I would have never guessed that he was a Navy product. I did not know that. Well, that's interesting, and I'm proud to say, of course, the Steelers won those Super Bowls in the 70s against the Cowboys. As the Lions keep this one away from a charging Doman. Doman is really eager to get involved. Johnson nearly able to cut that one off. Now the ball comes back to midfield. This is Mitchell, and the Lions, for a moment at least, are able to sneak this one across, and Walker says, no, will do there. This one goes off Doman's body, and then number 18, McLean, is cut off by the Lions. The Lions lose this as a through ball to the sideline. Don't forget, on the South Union Township Sports Network, we are back in action tomorrow night with boys soccer. Myself, Bill Dice will be with you. We're expecting a beautiful night as they look for Doman here. Also in pursuit of the ball, McLean. The Lions moving this one away, and here is Ruvalcaba, who, of course, delivered the goal for the Mustangs. Nice work here on a crossover, keeping that one away from her opponent. Mr. Taylor, I think that means we have 2 left on this list of colleges that have produced both. And this one covered up by Stroko. Oh. Yes. Oh, yes. Trying to remember. Oh, are we talking about Steve Young? No. I'm thinking Steve Young was. Oh, John Elway. Yeah, who the Colts initially drafted him. I'm drawing a blank as Stroko dives and saves this one. Wow. So Stanford has produced the 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks and a president. That wasn't Stabler, was it? Oh, my. Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. Herbert Hoover. Oh, yeah, I was going to say it's got to be Joe Flacco, and he went to Delaware. Oh, Joe Biden. Wow. That's really fascinating. That is really fascinating. Well, best wishes to Caitlin Thompson, and we've got a minute, well, less than a minute now, 40 seconds to play here. Some presidential and college history for you tonight on the South Union Township Sports Network. 11-1. This one lost to the corner. And now just 27 seconds to play. The Mustangs do pick up a goal tonight. Walker will stand in the end zone and send this one away. The Mustangs not quite able to get that second goal, which would have been great to see. And Stroko's just going to touch it, and Walker will come out and then drive this one down the field. A big kick. And ultimately, that will probably do it, as both teams are, most players at least, are sort of resting and watching the ball roll. And that will, in fact, do it. Final score here, 11-1 between the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the South Fayette Lions. We want to thank our sponsors again tonight, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, LH Girls Soccer Boosters, Chesler's Fine Furniture, and South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. I want to thank everyone at Laurel Highlands tonight for hosting us. As always, we had a great time. Beautiful night here at Mustang Field. I want to thank Carl Childs for operating the camera for us, and, of course, Jason Taylor, the PA here at Mustang Field, for all the information and help that he provided. Shout out, too, to Jonathan Guth from the Uniontown Herald-Standard, who provided us with some statistics earlier today and also some background on Caitlin Thompson. Nothing but best wishes for her, and, of course, we hope Taylor Irwin is okay, too. Today's game on the South Union Township Sports Network was a joint cooperative venture with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with Armstrong and Breezeline Cable and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, our final score, 11-1 for Carl Childs. I'm Joshua Scully. You've been watching the South Union Township Sports Network. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.